Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be going over averages and range. So this section will show you how to find the mean, median, mode, and range for a small dataset. So let's get started. So this is an example of a small dataset. The list shows the marks achieved by 7 students in an exam. So a small dataset just gives us a sequence of numbers, and our objective is to find which number we get when we conduct every type of average on it. So before we move on to every type of average and how to put them onto datasets, the first thing I would recommend is if your small dataset isn't in numerical order, then I would highly recommend rewriting it down in numerical order, as it is a major help to finding each type of average. So let me just rewrite this dataset in numerical order. So first I have 13, then I have 36, then I have 55 and 55 again, and then I have 78, 82, and 91. And I can make sure I haven't done a mistake by making sure they're both 7 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that my dataset is in numerical order, let's go ahead and learn each type of average. So my first type of average is the mode. The mode is the easiest type of average, and it's just the value that occurs the most. So back to my old small dataset. Over here I have it in numerical value, and all I need to do is see which value over here occurs or is written down the most. So 13 is written down only once, 36 is only written down once, 55 is actually written down twice, 70 is written down once, 82 is written down once, and 91 is written down once. I can see that since I've put it in numerical order, it is really easy to find the mode, as the numbers that occur again are just right next to each other. So I can see that only 55 occurs the most, and it occurs twice. Therefore, in this dataset, my mode is equal to 55, and that is my final answer. Now my second type of average is called the median. The median is just the middle value when data is arranged in order. So again, this is why I'm telling you guys to write your data sets in numerical order. Now we can see that it helps with both the mode and the median. So again, coming back to my previous data set, I have 7 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all I'm trying to find is which value is exactly in the middle. So I can see that this 55 over here is in the middle. I know that it's in the middle because over here I have 3 and over here I have 3 numbers. So therefore 55 is my middle value, and therefore my median is 55. And that is my final answer. So my third type of average is called my range. The range is kind of like a measure of spread. It's not really known as a type of average, but it is still widely used. So the range is just simply the highest value minus the smallest value. So again, back to my previous set. So I can see that 91 over here is my highest value and 13 is my smallest value. Since I arranged it in numerical order, I just need to get the last one and the first one and just subtract them. So my range is equal to 91 minus 13. So therefore, my range is 78. And that is my final answer. And my last type of average, which is the hardest one but still pretty easy, is my mean. The mean is the sum of all values over the number of values, or if you just want to write it in a shortened way, you can just write it as sum over n. So back to my dataset. The mean would be the sum of all these numbers over here divided by the number of values. So my mean would be 13 plus 36 plus 55 plus 55 plus 78 plus 82 plus 91 over the number of values. So the number of values, you just count how much numbers are there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the number of values of 7, and that is over here. So most of the time, questions like these will require a calculator. Even though it is simple addition, it will most likely need a calculator for just to speed things up. So I have 13 plus 36 plus 55 plus 55 plus 78 plus 82 plus 91, and then it gives me that number, and then we just divide it by 7. Therefore, my mean is equal to 58 point, let's round it up, 58.6, and that is my final answer. Seconds not appearing on the screen. Yeah, 58.6, and that is my final answer. And yeah, now we've covered every single type of average. Let's go ahead and do one more example with another dataset. So, here is another example of a small dataset. The list shows the times taken by 6 students to solve a puzzle. Now, I can immediately see that this dataset is not in numerical order, so let's go ahead and make it in numerical order. That way, finding every single average would be a lot easier. So I have 29 seconds, then I have 36 seconds, then I have 41 seconds, 48 seconds, and then I have 55 seconds and 55 seconds again. And now I have the following question. Find the mode, the median, the range, and the mean. So let's go ahead and get started with these questions. So for the mode, we've established that it is the value or item that occurs most often. So if we analyze our list over here, we can see that 29 occurs once, 36 occurs once, 41 occurs once, 48 occurs once, but I can see that my 55 over here occurs twice. Therefore, 55 is the value that occurs most often, making 55 my mode, and that is my final answer. So for my median, I would just need to find the middle value when the data is arranged in order. So I already arranged my data set in order. Now all I need to do is find the middle value. So I can't really target a specific number, because no matter what number I target, the numbers on the left side will be larger than the right, or the numbers on the right side will be larger than left. So what do I exactly do here? So I can actually split this up into two, where this side has 3 values and this side has 3 values. Now, this line basically represents the middle of 41 and 48. So you can just put it in your mind what's between 41 and 48, or you can just write 41 plus 48 over 2, and then after using a calculator, so 41 plus 41 plus 48, then divided by 2 gives me 44.5. So therefore, this answer is my median. So my median is 44.5, and that is my final answer. So for my range, we've said that the range is just the highest value minus the smallest value. Pretty easy, just get this 55 over here at the end and this 29 over here at the end and subtract them. So 55 minus 29, that gives me 26, and that is equal to my range, which is my final answer. And finally, for my mean is just the sum of all the values divided by the number of values. So that is equal to 29 plus 36 plus 41 plus 48 plus 55 plus 55 all over the number of values. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or really you can just see in the question because it says 6 students. So over 6, and therefore my mean gives me 44. And that is my final answer. And now we finished the 4 types of averages and range. So Now, it's not only used in small datasets, it will be used in future lessons such as frequency tables. You guys will see soon it will be used in more lessons involving statistics. So let's go ahead and make you guys do a practice question. So over here is a quick example question. I have a small dataset on the top and it wants me to find the mode, median, range, and mean. Have a go at this question. If you're going to answer it right now, be sure to pause the video because I will answer it right now. So first thing obviously I would do is arrange the small dataset into numerical value. So I have as my new dataset 6, 8, 10, 10, and 11. And now I just need to find the averages. So for my mode, I can see that 6 appears once, 8 appears once, 10 over here appears twice, and 11 appears once. So 10 is my value that occurs the most, therefore my mode is 10. So for my median, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 values, and I can see that this 10 over here is my one in the middle, as there are 2 values here and 2 values here. So this is the middle value. So therefore, my median is also 10. For my range, I just get the number at the end over here, subtracted by the number at the end over here. So my range is equal to 11 minus 6, which is equal to 5, and that is my final answer. And finally, for the mean, which is the one that requires the most work. So my mean is, again, the total of all values divided by the number of values. So I can just write sum over n. So 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 11 over the number of values I have. So I have 5 values over 5. So my mean is equal to, if you plug it into a calculator, you will get 9, because all of these added up should give me 45, and then 45 divided by 5 is 9. I did it in my head. I'm not really sure. If I did it wrong, please make sure to correct me in the comments. And yeah, we've officially finished averages and range. Again, this will be used in future lessons. This is just a very, very simple description of these. And I hope you guys fully understood this video, and have a good day. Goodbye.